and welcome to Strawberry Patches podcast, episode 60. Wow! My name is Marina and I'm a Russian girl living and crafting in New Zealand. I live with my husband and my 2-year-old daughter, and I'm the diary behind the Strawberry Patches yarns. This is my virtual space for me to share all my knitting, crocheting, spinning, and yarn dyeing experiments with you guys. And I'm very happy that you popped in to say hi, and I hope you will enjoy this episode. If you do, I'll be very happy to see this in the form of likes, or you can always ask me questions or comment down below. That would be awesome as well. Let's start. Big welcome to everyone who is returning. I know you guys always support me with your wonderful comments, and they really mean a lot to me, and I always reply to them, and it makes my heart sing when I read them. If you are new, welcome. And this is a very friendly, inclusive space where you can share with me, and hopefully what I'm sharing is going to be inspiring, and let's sit and chat and knit together, or crochet, or whatever it is you're doing, maybe spinning. As I said, I live in New Zealand, and I love to share with you my adventures with spinning some New Zealand fibers, which I have over here, and my yarn dyeing, which I learned here in New Zealand as well. If you are new, or if you haven't seen those episodes, about a year ago I started spinning and dyeing, and all of this in my previous episodes that I encourage you to go back and watch if you're interested in that. Today we're going to talk about one finished object, a couple of whips, some spinning, and dyeing, wool dyeing. Let's start. I have finished my Roseroot top, which is a pattern by MarinaToys. Just quickly show you how it looks on Ravelry. And my yarn was the Yarn Art Flowers, which is a Turkish cotton blend. And this thread was thinner than the one in the pattern, so I did a swatch. I liked the fabric that it made. It's not see-through, and I decided that I will just go one size up and make the large size, which you can probably see that it's not really large. I'm a medium size, so I guess that's what I ended up making. And I used up less than 200 grams of that cake. It was this beautiful cake, like this one. This is a different color, but the idea is that it's 250 grams and 1000 meters. And I have about 67 grams left of the color that I used, and I did not end up using the green. Sorry, here is the leftover bowl. And normally it tells you to start from the beginning, but I really wanted the pink to be close to my face, so I decided to start with the outside of the cake. Right. What can I tell you about this pattern? I will make a video just for this pattern in my finished objects highlight playlist. As you know, YouTube, in my channel, you have different categories like playlists and just videos. So in the finished object ones, I talk about only one finished object. But just quickly, let me tell you about this garment. It is a very flattering top. My friend Margaret, thank you very much for advising me to knit it. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. And as I said, you can modify it. If you have thinner or thicker yarn, you just make a swatch and calculate if you need to go size up or size down. It has this beautiful lace all around. I hope you can see that. And after that, it's very simple. You can make it a simple straight body, but I did some decreases and then increases. And at the bottom there is a very nice lace detail, which was a lot of fun and very quick to knit as well. I don't know if you can notice, but I made a little mistake, which I noticed only when I finished everything. And the thing that I did wrong is my increases line, for some reason, is not where it's supposed to be. As you can tell, it's here, and it's more visible on the camera. It's not as visible in real life. So yes, these lines should be aligned, but whatever. I think on the whole, you can see that it's a very flattering model design, especially for those who have curves, and you can still make it straight, which would be even more mindless. And since it's a sleeveless top, I decided it would be nice in cotton yarn, and I really like it. And the weather is still quite warm here in New Zealand. We are it's the beginning of autumn, which, by the way, today is a very rainy day. You can see that rain over there. And still, I can wear it and I can enjoy my top. This top does not really have a front and back because it's just a round yoke without any short rows, and I think it's fine because it looks just as beautiful at the back as at the front. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. What do you think? Even in spite of my little mistake here, I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I would probably want to make another one with a different kind of yarn, though. This is a bit thinner, and I'm sure I would have finished it sooner if it had been a thicker yarn, about sport weight, 300 meters per 100 gram instead of 400 meters per 100 gram. Anyways, this is my finished top. Now let's talk about what I have been making otherwise. As you know, or if you don't know, welcome to our knit along. In my Ravelry group, which I will link down below, we have a knit along going on, which started on the Valentine's Day and will be going on for 3 months. And we're making some shawls. I know that many of you have started these gorgeous shawls, from 1 skein project to 7 skeins ones, which I'm so looking forward to seeing. And I have started 2 shawls. One of them is almost finished. Actually, I showed it to you last time and I said it will be finished by now, but it hasn't. So I have knitted up all the yarn that I had initially planned for this, and I have spun that rabbit silk merino blend that Annette gave me, that I talked about in the previous episode. It was my birthday present from her. And just, would you please admire the fluff, the beautiful gorgeous colorful pinky tan cloud that I came up with. I wanted to show it to you before I can add it to the border. I think it would look absolutely gorgeous. I'm just not sure if I will go with the, this is the, well, based on the kindness shawl I told you about, but maybe I will do some different lace here at the bottom. But now that I've shown this beautiful skein to you, it's absolutely fluffy and yummy and so delicious. It's only 67 gram, I think, but it looks quite big. So now I'm going to knit it, and next time I'll be rocking my new pink shawl. It's funny because I never thought of myself as a pink lover, as pink is my favorite color, but turns out that I have dyed lots of pinks, knitted with lots of pinks, and worn lots of pinks, so people actually think that pink is my favorite color. But no, actually these are my favorite colors, and purple. In the previous episode you have lots of evidence of that. Right, this is one of my first shawls. The second shawl lives in my beautiful New Zealand bag that made by my friend Cher, with this gorgeous New Zealand birds. and it is designed by a New Zealand designer as well. I talked about last time, I think. It's the Thundercloud Kisses shawl by Truly Myrtle, Libby Johnson. And I've knitted this much right now. See, again, pink. I don't mind. I love pink. There's no more denying it. It's a very interesting shawl, and I hopefully will be finished with this one as well. And her initial colors are so different from my choice, but I'm enjoying this knit, although this sort of baubles, she calls them kisses, they're not as much fun. But the effect is hopefully gonna be great, so I don't mind. Yeah, some projects are for the purpose and some projects are for the progress. I guess this one is more of I want to see the whole look of it. I have also cast on something new today. As I probably told you, maybe I haven't, this month is my husband's birthday month. So I decided that I need to knit him a birthday present. Last year I knitted him this gorgeous cable sweater, gray cable sweater, and it was more than 100 kilogram of yarn, really nice wool, and this time I decided to commit to something smaller. So I decided to cast on some gloves. And I'm using this fabulous, beautiful New Zealand yarn, which is recycled natural fiber with possum. It's a 50 gram and 175 meters made in New Zealand sock matician yarn. And I made a swatch and I washed it and I calculated the gauge and everything, and I've started a cuff. There's not much to see, so I'm not gonna really show it that much to you. And I'm using this beautiful book that I got from the library, the Auckland Library, which we're so lucky to have here, especially during the times when you don't want to be exposed to people a lot. You just go online, order your books, and then go and pick them in the library, absolutely contactless. Pick your books, scan the code, and get out of the library. Anyways, I'm using this pattern as a reference, only without the color work cuff. I decided just to go with the ribbing and just knit. Well, this is the men's size. I'm going for this one. Oh, I hope I'm not showing too much of a pattern. Yeah, a beautiful, beautiful book. And if you have a library nearby, I really recommend this one. It has some absolutely fabulous photographs and some really, really cool patterns. Really inspiring, like, oh, my phone fell. Some really, really nice patterns and inspiration. Okay, and I think that's all for my, oh no, I did not cast this on, but I have dyed up the wool for it because I have recently, it's been on my radar. I've seen Frenchie and her designs here and there, and I think I first noticed her through Stephen West. He made a post about her. So Frenchie is Francoise, and she is one of her parents is Maori, so she is the designer behind Aroha Knits, and her designs are Maori themed, and they have this beautiful color work and lace work which reflects the Maori carving. And she also turned out a very inspiring person when I found her, some of her YouTube interviews and podcast, and I decided to purchase some of her patterns. One of them was this Maya top, and I love it that this is just two skeins. I need just two skeins for this top, and I have been enjoying making tops this summer so much that I really wanted to make something quick. So this is not my color, so I knew that I would have to come up with something new. And I was so excited that I prepared everything. I got my tui bag with this New Zealand Bohotokawas, and I know what needles I'm gonna use because I know the gauge for the yarn that I'm gonna use. And I even prepared some beautiful stitch markers all ready to go. And then I dyed up some wool, and it just today it has dried. So I'm ready, but I need your help, guys. I kind of know what colors I'm gonna use, but I definitely want to use this color, and then I could pair it with this gorgeous raspberry, or I can go for this fern green, which is kind of like a similar dye method, as you can see. And they actually look fabulous, all three of them together. I just absolutely love it. Don't you love it as well? Oh, I wish I could make, but it would be too crazy, right, to make this colorful top. Maybe I should one day, but not today. I'm leaning towards this combo. It's more fresh. I think even like that, it would be fun. These three colors, I think they're just in my head. I woke up today at 5:40 in the morning, think about color combinations and patterns and all the things. Like, I think my mind is just so inspired by everything that I see online, and I just cannot sleep. Once my brain had enough of rest, I just wake up from all the ideas of the yarns that I can dye and the patterns that I can knit. If only I had like 100 hands and 2,000 hours in one day, then I could maybe do it all. But yeah, I think this would be it. Or this. I still haven't wound these up, so whichever I do not pick is going in the shop. Yeah. Yeah, I think this would be lovely. Yeah, because I already have sort of, or do I? Maybe I just see this color a lot. But yeah, I think this would be really nice. So that's the plan for this top, the next whip that I will have. Now, since we started talking about my yarn dyeing business, I wanted to share with you some more skeins that I dyed recently. So I've seen Francoise, which she says her friends call her Frenchie, and I hope that I can call her that as well. Frenchie, if you're watching, thanks so much for the inspiration. She dyed some gorgeous, gorgeous Paua inspired skeins and some hand spun, and she even included some Paua jewelry. And I was like, okay, I have to dye something similar. Mine is very different, but still, the colors, that my inspiration was from there. Here is my Paua set. Let me see if I can show you with all the beautiful strawberries. Here it is. As you can see, it's purple, light blue and green. And Paua is this New Zealand shells. Actually, this is part of Paua. If you can see a hint of purple, blue in it, and green. So I dyed this up, and I was so sure that I'm going to knit another top by Frenchie, which I cannot pronounce because this is interesting Maori word. But then I thought, you know what, I can always dye it up. Let me put it on sale. If somebody buys it, I'll just dye another one. So it got sold, and it's the only reason it's with me still is because I haven't shipped it yet, but I will soon. So I dyed up a second one. Hold on. And this time it's very different. because the purples are darker this time. I'm just gonna try to show you how different they are. Quite similar, but the greens are different. Here the greens are warmer, the purples are more subdued, but yeah, I like them both. I think they're both really cool. And I also had some leftover green, and I decided that I love this green, and it's a bit colder on the camera than it is in real life, and I played around with adding a little bit of blue. It actually was a mixture of a blue and a green, and it turned into this probably somewhat Tiffany-ish color. And this is called mint macaroon, because I was thinking about the macaroons I got for my birthday, and I thought, oh, okay, mint macaroon it is then. I have also really love dyeing with this beautiful coral color, and this is my organic merino polworth 4-ply, and you can see all the information here. It's this beautiful non-superwash, very toothy but really soft yarn, which I think one day when I want to do color work, I will use this yarn, because as far as I know, I'm not color work expert or at all. It's better for color work if the yarn is not superwash and the strands kind of stick together because of the scales not being processed. So I think I will use this, and I have just dyed the purple one to go with it. I think it would look beautiful for one of Caitlin Hunter's designs probably. Here I also have some more experiments I did with purple. As you can see, purple does not leave me. I'm still in the purple crazy mood of dyeing up some more. This one is the berry pie. I have also dyed up 2 more purplish colors that I haven't shown you, but they sold, and one of my customers already actually knitted a cute baby cardigan that I will show you on the screen right now. It's absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful, and I'm really curious about how this would knit up. Then I wasn't sure about what shade of green I would like for my Maya top, so I dyed up 2, and I think this one is a bit too light for me, although it is quite beautiful. And this is also fresh from the drying place. I also have this gorgeous baby alpaca silk and linen yarn that took up the dye so beautifully. It's this really nice hues of lavender that I like so much, and it's really soft because of the linen. It's going to be nice and droopy, and because of alpaca as well and silk, it's going to be a really nice droopy shawl probably. I really like this as well. Is that all? I'm not sure if I have shown you these ones before. I probably did, but why not show you again? This one is my play with color on some teal base. It's my Blue Rocks colorway, and this one is the I'm Perfect For You. I think I probably showed this to you before. Here I played with teal and some green, and I like these as well. I wanted to make the top using this one, but I couldn't find something that would complement it, so I went with purple. Now you have already noticed that I have some gorgeous Liana C. Your baby alpaca is always with me. I have some really lovely thicker yarns here. As I told you in December or November, I have won a prize from Skeins, which was a $100 gift voucher. So I ended up purchasing some undyed DK weight yarn, and I'm going to make a present for my baby sister. Well, she's not baby, she's going to be 35 and in June, and I decided that it's high time that I knitted her a cardigan. She's been wanting me to knit a cardigan for her for so long. So I decided that I'm going to make her the Comfort Fade cardigan. I made one for myself, which was bluish, purplish, and she loved it. She said she would like something like that. So I thought, okay, I'm going to make something similar for her. So I showed her the original design, which had a little bit of gray in it. She loved it. And I dyed up these colors. So the idea is that I'm going to make it longer than mine. So this is why I have 700 grams skein. I wanted to start with this color, which you don't need much because obviously this is shorter. The yoke is, you don't need that much yarn for the yoke anyway. So I'm going to start with this color. Then I think I would go with either the speckly one or the tonal one, and then gray, later gray. Something like this. Hope you can see it. Something like that. That's what I'm planning for her Comfort Fade cardigan. Yeah. And I would need to start working on it soon because it will take some time. I just wanted to show you the colors, and I hope she's watching as well. Irina, her name is Irina. Our parents really thought it would be fun to name their daughters Marina and Irina, but they ended up always mixing up our names, like saying like Marira or something. That was fun. So yeah, I really miss her. She's in the States, in New York, and it's sad that her wedding was supposed to happen this year, but we decided to postpone. Well, she was kind enough to postpone it because for us as a family to go over there with all the quarantine and staying in the hotels, it would just be unreasonable, and she had to postpone her wedding for next year. Hopefully then things are going to be much better for all of us, and then yeah, I will have more time to knit her some beautiful wedding gifts. Wow, I thought I had so much to tell you, but I guess I just rushed through most of it so quickly. I hope it wasn't too fast for you guys. But what else I wanted to talk about is my spinning. And you probably have noticed already this beautiful bag. I purchased it last year and I already showed it to you on the podcast. It was some gorgeous fiber, which is called Parfait from the Lil Wool company. And it's 75% fine Corriedale wool, 15% llama and 10% rayon effect fiber. And since I got my new spinning wheel, which is my little gem right over there in the center of the room, my daughter got used to it. Before, she was so curious, she would come up to it and mess up. Like my yarn would go through the feeder or whatever it's called, the thing. I'm still not very good at the terminology. But anyways, now she's fine. She doesn't really touch it that much. And it's funny sometimes when she, I'll tell you something funny, which is a bit embarrassing, but I will tell you. Hopefully you will forgive me if you think that's not appropriate. So she's 2 years old, right? And now we are in the phase of potty training. So when she wants to do her business, she would sit in the corner and like really get concentrated. And if I dare look at her or ask her if she wants me to help her or whatever, she'd be like, go do your spinning. And she'd be like, go, mommy, go drink your tea, go do your spinning. I'm fine. Don't touch me. She's so funny at this moment. I love her to bits. She's really funny and clever, and she's coming up with these incredibly cute phrases. Like the other day, my husband says that when I went to the shop and they stayed here, and I have all this yarn here because I keep taking pictures of it for my customers, or sometimes people ask me, oh, can you maybe, do you think these colors would go together? So I take a photo on my beautiful boring gray deck, and I have my yarn here. So apparently when I was gone in the shop, she told my husband, like, look, this is mommy's yarn. And she asked him, like, do you like it? And she was so cute. He says that she was really like touching it and saying to him, like, look, this is mommy's yarn. And the other thing that she said was funny, that I was telling her, I'm so proud of you. You're such a big girl now. You eat with a spoon, and you can put on your shoes off and take them off, and I'm so proud of you. And she said something like, I'm proud for you too. You know, she mixed up the preposition. It was so funny. I'm proud for you. Anyways, where was I? The spinning. I have spun this parfait and made a little note for myself, which I didn't used to do before, but now I think it's high time because I would forget. So I calculated approximately that this is 317 meters and 96 grams of wool. So I was thinking that it will be a 4-ply, but turns out it's actually sport weight, which is awesome because each strand, the single ones that I applied, it was so thin, but it fluffed up, really did. And my husband was really surprised. He was like, oh, you're spinning so thin, how come the wool doesn't break? I'm like, well, that's the magic of wool. And I just love the different colors, and this is what I love hand spinning for. You can combine so many colors, which from far it looks like pink, right? But no, look how many gorgeous colors you see here. So this is my spinning adventures. I am going to apply another skein very soon, and I still have this much. It's like I'm spinning, and it's never ending, which is good. I'm really enjoying it anyway. So yeah, oh, just to show you that different styles of spinning and the different results. I love hand spinning. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to try and dye up some gorgeous, I think I have Corriedale silk blends. Oh, it's gonna be so lovely. Oh, I just need to somehow not felt it. For me, because I have very limited space right now in my studio, the problem is not to felt whatever I'm making. Yes, I'm very happy with these little yarn adventures that I have. Some more news for me. I have been invited to our spin-in here, not far from my home. I showed it to you, when was it? November, I think. Was it November? This was my first time trading as a trader, as Strawberry Patches. And I'm going there again to be a trader and to represent my yarns. And this is the end of this month, the 31st of March. So I'm busy coming up with new colorways for you guys. And my customers have been so amazing, like Faye, I don't know if she's watching. She has been purchasing yarn from me every 2 weeks. She's just saying, okay, when my next paycheck arrives, I will buy some yarn from you. Thank you so much to everyone who's been supporting my yarn adventures and knitting up beautiful, beautiful things from my yarn. Without you, I wouldn't have continued. I'm really grateful. And of course, we have our Wool Fest coming. Hopefully that's gonna work with all the vaccinations and the quarantine. Like right now, this week we're in quarantine again. So yeah, exciting. No, not really. But you know, you gotta do what you're gonna do to help others stay safe and healthy. I hope wherever you are healthy as well, and that you get lots of knitting done. All right, this is concerning the news. I also wanted to, what did I want? I wanted to recommend a new podcast that I found for you guys. So I was browsing through something, I don't know what I was looking up at YouTube, and I came across this wonderful indie dyer and spinner and knitter crocheter on YouTube. She's a German lady. Her name is Doug. I don't really know how you spell that, but yes, she's the dyer behind Zia Walls, and she has the podcast called, it's a YouTube vlog, Zia Walls Studio Biz, and she is absolutely lovely. I love her choice of colors. She also is a lover of bright, wonderful colors, and she's very positive. She has very bright and nice, charming personality. She loves cats, which you see sometimes popping in her videos, and the projects that she's making, you can tell that she loves to make gifts, to knit gifts as well. And she's always smiling with this beautiful smile, and she has really nice jewelry, lots of rings and bracelets and earrings. She's amazing. And it's wonderful how you can stumble upon such wonderful people and to know that they have a few episodes already. So I have something to watch because I've caught up on all the Knitting Traditions podcasts and Anastasia's podcasts, and I've also watched some of Nicole's, the Gentle Knitters podcasts now and then, but I really like Nicole's podcasts are amazing. She is very soothing and calming, but sometimes I just need, something crazy like a pop of color or more bright colors and quicker speech and things like that, and that's why I like Doug's. Anyways, I will put the link below in the description for you if you want to find somebody new to follow. And yes, thank you very much to everyone who answered my question about the giveaway and the podiversary. I think we will do it in April, our podiversary, 4-year podiversary. And we will do then a giveaway. Also, there will be prizes for the knit along that is going on. If you still haven't cast on a shawl, please join us. Go to Ravelry group and see what ideas I put up there, some beautiful designs, and you can use up any yarn you want. And as long as you finish a shawl by the 15th of April, I think, February, March, April, May, until 15th of May, you have time, and then be eligible to win a prize, which will be some of my hand-dyed yarn. Okay, I guess, is that all? Yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you are fine. I hope your loved ones are fine. And I know of many families losing their loved ones, our family included. It was a very, I don't want to talk about it, but we are all going through some hard days, hard times. And I just hope that you find some consolation in the craft that we share, the passion that we have. Certainly, it's not the happiest of times in human history, but we will go through it all together by sharing it with each other and just, inspiring each other, I believe. So, happy knitting, and thank you very much for stopping by. До свидания. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.